Alright, welcome back to another episode of Unmeth My Missile. This is me, your host, Merrick. This is our meth missile that we would like to unmeth by making it one color and pretty. So last time we did all the metal work that we intend to do on this piece of metal right here. I have a feeling that some of it is, not the most perfect in the world. I think that this actually should probably taper off a little bit more. Not sure if I really showed this here, but this is kind of what it looks like when this window is in place. You can see I might end up still with some kind of a gap going around this bottom edge here of where it's supposed to lift up. I can see what I can do to get this metal to come up a little bit more, but realistically we're gonna, hope that the seal kind of fills in that gap. And if it's a little bit gap, it's not the end of the world. Just for reference, this is what the other side looks like. You can really see how the window seal fits into this nice flatter spot of the quarter panel and how straight and smooth this line is that goes all the way up to the door. We're gonna have to kind of make some of that with Bondo, but I think we're onto something with the metal work that we've done already. This is probably a little too large of a batch of Bondo that I mixed here, but we're going to roll with it. You can see I'm really not good at laying down Bondo yet. It got a little bit messy in there. The smoothness, not great. Typically, what I do understand is, applying pressure with the spreader spatula thingamajigger will fill in gaps. The problem is I'm also trying to kind of build it up a little bit, so it becomes a little harder because I'm kind of trying to model, Art 3D it kind of deal. So one thing I will say, and it's some advice that I should probably take, is that being new to Bondo and bodywork, I need to not take on more at one time than I should. Try to focus on a small area at a time, because what I did there was I had a lot of Bondo, and rather than just give up and kind of in my one small area and let it go, I tried to keep going on to larger areas, that I still had to work on. And you could see by that point, based on the amount of hardener that I had put in the mix, it was starting to dry up. So it was kind of just a waste anyways, and could potentially start to ruin what you've already put down if you start to go back over areas you already did. So focus on a small area, figure it out, and as you get better and you understand how to mix it better, use how much hardener, you can start to expand that and do more at once. I'm not that good, so I should not do that, as you can see. For now, we're gonna wait for that to dry and probably go watch a little bit of Formula Drift before we come back and sand it. So in my excitement last time, I forgot to clean up with alcohol. I really hope that doesn't cause me a lot of problems later, but realistically, none of this is going to last forever, and that's okay. We're learning, and we can always do it again later. Alright, got a little bit less Bondo this time, and just a little bit of hardener there. Don't know if that's too little, but might just take a little bit longer to get dry. far. All right, so I did a little bit of work off camera. I'm still getting used to the entire, okay, I need to record while I'm working on the car thing. Interestingly enough, while recording videos while I'm working on the car is kind of motivating in a sense because it's a way to show progress. It also sometimes discourages me from working on the car in another reverse manner because I know that I have to record. So it's like another step, another thing to do. I have to set up the camera if I'm setting it up on a tripod before I can start doing the work. Things like that. Could be as simple as my phone battery's dead, or low, because I use my phone. So, and even that for the longest time was kind of a problem because I like listening to music while I work on my car with my Bluetooth, And so if I can't play the music through a speaker, because working and camera, I'd use headphones. But my headphones are connected to my phone, so couldn't record and play music at the same time. Finally found out I can connect to my watch, so that's pretty cool. But I digress. So I got the top part of the roof done right here. Got that evened out to where I'm happy with it. I think I finished this off camera. Got this very smooth. That was done during a phone call. Another reason why not recording. And I started moving down here. This section really not totally necessary, I'll be real with you. But in case any of that little bit of line is showing, I wanted it to be smooth. And then this whole area right here, I just wanted to smooth out, same reason, just in case any of this extra line is showing when the over fender's on. But also, I actually, I'm kind of working my way down. Still need to do some welding down at the bottom. I actually ended up starting to add some Bondo right here in the door jamb area, I guess that's what you call it, to see if I can build up this gap that exists here. Now you can see the high spot right there, and that's because I didn't build it up high enough because I didn't really know what I was doing. I was pretty much just playing with the goo that is Bondo with my fingers to try to get it to stay right there while I was working on it. And I'm really glad I didn't record it because it was an absolute cluster. But so far it's working pretty well, despite how disgusting it looked when I started. And I'm going to try to build that up real quick here and be able to move on to the lower section. And incoming, horrible idea to try to get Bondo to fill in this gap here and kind of overflow this top area so that way I can sand away at it as my heart desires. I think it'll work. I don't know. Looks a little bit goofy. It's probably going to end up pretty poorly and I'm going to have to sand a lot, but if it works, is it a bad idea? The answer is sometimes. All right, so you can see I actually somehow made that work. I'm not really sure how. It could match probably a little better. I could have come a little bit further out here, but you can see where the metal is right there, so I really didn't want to kind of make that line too weird. And then these high spots started to come through as I sanded it down just because I didn't want this to be, I wanted it to be as thin as possible, all this extra Bondo. So I let that come through, but I don't think it's going to look weird once it's covered in primer and paint. So actually really happy about that. You can see like the original factory line would have come right here, but since it's getting covered with the over, I'm not worried about it. And we never got it out with the metal. Honestly, this metal got so warped in a way that I don't understand. Super stoked about how that came out. It is already 11 o'clock. So I got to decide if I'm going to keep working. I'm going to go inside, get some water, and then either I'm going to give in to temptation about a shower and a nice bedtime. Probably not. Really talking to my friends on Discord, but I'm going to tell myself it's bedtime. Or I'm going to come back and start welding that lower couple of holes that I have before I can do the Bondo down there. That said, it doesn't matter to you because no matter what, that's what you're going to see next. So stay tuned. I'm back, baby. Guess who's back? Back again. So I'm actually just kidding. It's a day later, and also 11 o'clock at night again. So it's like I just skipped a day. I just wore the same clothes, so you can't tell. But let's get into it. Ah! God, that was a big hole I just blew in that fucking thing. God damn it, that's gonna be hard. Present to all them days I spent wasted on you. Wasted on you. Wasted on you. Ah, I'm lobbing it over here. Hold your hands. It's crazy. Oh, no! Holy Jesus Christ! I hated that. That was awful. Jesus. So somehow I'm flustered now. Some people might be embarrassed about that. I'm not. I did not want that thing to touch me. I ain't even ashamed. I hated it. Okay, so this thing's still a mess. Looks a lot better now than it did, believe it or not. I don't know when I showed it to you last, but I'm gonna slap a bunch of Bondo over it and try to recreate this line the way that I brought this one back to life. Let's go! I don't know if I got him. But I'm going inside now. Alright, I'm gonna go inside before I suffocate on roach spray and Bondo. And we'll check on that tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Let's check on it. Get some jams going. I don't know why I really like wearing long sleeves in the garage. I feel like, I don't know, keeps me cleaner. Absorbs some of my sweats. And I sweat a lot. We're definitely pretty close for first time. I'm thinking and hopeful that second time is gonna be the final one that I need. I mean, there's definitely like a little bit of a, door sticking out a little bit, but you probably can't tell on video, and so that means that people won't really be able to tell from 10 feet away. So, second layer incoming. Alright, gonna take a short intermission. The Bondo that I just laid down off camera did not dry 100% yet. It's still a little bit sticky. So, I'm gonna run to Home Depot, get some paint supplies, masking supplies, and some tummy supplies, because it's din-din time, and I want to eat. Did this just become a vlog? Am I a vlogging YouTuber now? Am I even a YouTuber? I don't know. I should probably pay attention where I'm driving. Whoop. Let's go. I bought a lot of stuff. Unboxing. We got some new filters for my proper masks. I'm not using those little dinky ones anymore. We got all the white paint in the world here. A can of clear as well. Some regular primer and some drop cloths and tape and a scraper, because I have a lot of these plastic blades, but I broke the scraper thing that I had, so I'm gonna use this actually to try to scrape this off. take it in, look at it. Easy 10-footer. I'm not even 5 feet away right now. Granted, you know, the zoom and stuff. Look at that bad boy. Look at that. Yeah, who cares? That's going to get covered with a side skirt. Look at that line, baby. Let's go. Ignore the fact that it is indeed, let's see if I can get this. Ignore the fact that the Bondo is as thick as that line, but I'll worry about that later. All right, that's enough for this episode. Let's wrap it up. Get this done. We're done Bondoing for right now. There's a spot on the hood I want to do still. If you're going to have somebody paint your car, you might as well have them paint the hood too, you know what I'm saying? Like I have the hood. There's only small dents on it. I might as well fix it. And then worry about putting the carbon hood on after because your boy's on the timeline and it's not looking good. So that's it for today. That's it for this video probably. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.